Alright, I'm not feeling that well right now, but I gotta come through for the previews, always. So here's some independent comic series coming out in the month of December 2025, no more DC. Here we go. Coming out of Image Comics, we have The Darkness coming out on the 10th, and this is supposed to be like a new chapter in the Darkness franchise, so you might want to understand that before picking this up. Dread the Halls 2025 coming out on the 3rd, and this is a one-shot. Johnny Size Criminal coming out on the 3rd, and this is part of the Criminal franchise, so you might want to read that before reading this. Inferno Girl Red Book 2 coming out on the 3rd. This is Book 2, so you need to read Part 1, and this is part of the Supermassive franchise, so definitely understand that before picking this up. Startling Tales of Santa Claus coming out on the 3rd. Russell Heist coming out on the 17th. Coming out of Boom Studios, we have Briar Knight's Terror coming out on the 3rd. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Zord Quest coming out on the 31st, and this is part of the Mighty Morphin franchise, so obviously understand that before picking this up. Coming out of Dynamite Entertainment, we have The Terminator Santa Claus is Coming to Town coming on the 3rd, and this is part of the Terminator franchise, so obviously watch those movies before picking this up. Red Sonja New Year's Eve special coming out on the 24th, and this is part of the Red Sonja franchise. I don't think it's canon, but you still might want to understand that before picking this up. Fire and Ice Necron coming out on the 24th, and this is part of the Fire and Ice franchise, so understand that before picking this up. Thundercats Holiday Special 2025 come out on 24th. This is part of the Thundercat franchise, and they do have their own comics, so you need to understand that before picking this up. Gargoyles Winter Special 2025 coming out on 24th. And again, this is a franchise, so do some research before picking this up. Coming out of Titan Comics, we have Dark Souls Mother of Mourning coming out on the 3rd. This is part of the Dark Horse franchise, so again, research before picking this up. Return to Skull Island coming out on the 3rd, and this is part of the King Kong franchise, specifically the Netflix series, so you might want to watch that before picking this up. Coming out of Dark Horse Comics, we have Miss Truesdale and the Rising Man coming out on the 10th. Star Wars The Hyperspace Stories The Bad Batch Road Agents coming out on the 31st, and this is related to the Star Wars Bad Batch series, so obviously need to watch that and understand that before picking this up. Coming out of IDW Publishing, we have Sonic the Hedgehog Sonic Racing Crossworld coming out on the 17th, and this is one shot related to the video game with the same name, so obviously understand that before picking this up. Coming out of Valiant Entertainment, we have Valiant Beyond Tales of the Shadow Man Goes to the Bayou coming out on the 3rd. Shadow Man does have a good amount of lore, so obviously research before picking this up. Coming out of Mad Cave Studios, we have Cyberarchy coming out on the 3rd. Might be saying that wrong. Defenders of the Earth Dark Destiny coming out on the 10th. Definitely do research before picking this up. New Space Age coming out on the 17th. Arsu Stained Heart coming out on the 10th. Pop Unalive Seasons Flavors coming out on the 10th. And there is a series called Pop Unalive, so read that before picking this up. Coming out Oni Press, we have Rick and Morty The End coming out on the 3rd. If you know Rick and Morty, then you're already caught up. Last but not least, Shiver Suspense Stories Volume 2 coming out on the 10th. This is Volume 2, but it is anthology, so you shouldn't need to read Volume 1 before picking this up. That's all I got for December. Thank you for watching.